All right. Merry Christmas. At least when I'm recording this. It's just me today. The boys are with their mom. I had in the last few handful of days. And so we did our Christmas on Christmas Eve. And so they're with mom this morning. And today would be a day for my normal protocol. And be legs, week 4 of 4, so absolutely pushing to the limits week. However, not starting that today is because all the gyms are closed. And but I had a rest day yesterday, and I just don't like to be inactive, or I don't like to have too much break between lift sessions. And so I have some dumbbells. I have those like power block things that you can adjust the weights on. And so what did I do today? I did some extra bicep work. I also did some lateral raises and some abs. I didn't do any calves because tomorrow I'm going to be hitting legs real hard. And even though I don't hit the calves on this specific leg session, since I'm pushing so much, I just don't want to inhibit tomorrow's leg day at all. So I didn't do any calves. So I'm gonna be pushing my days back. Instead of Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday for my 4 session, I'm gonna do Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. But I'll still hit in those extra days, get some extra arm working. But something I tried a little different today. Being it's not part of my normal protocol, this type of workout, I wanted to try some. There's a lot of research coming out. I've been watching a lot of videos on it regarding lengthened partials. And so instead of doing the full range of motion, is that you do focus on the lengthened partial part of it, and it's supposed to be a little bit better for hypertrophy. And I've watched a lot of videos on it, even Dr. Mike Israetel, and who I follow a lot, and he's a big proponent of full range of motion. You know, he's been doing interviews on it and interviewing people regarding this. Was it Milo Wolf? I forget his name. A very smart dude. But anyway, and there seems to be some additional benefit from it, and it makes sense. Now, a lengthened partial is, when people typically do partials, is like, oh, see, partials it's what partial are you doing? There's a shortened partial and a lengthened partial. A lot of times, like when people are doing curls, they'll go like down like this. That's a shortened partial. That's not getting it. It's where your arm's completely extended out and then it goes up. That's the lengthened partial. Or if you're doing a squat, people, when they do partials on squats, they're going from top, going a little bit low, and then up. That's a shortened partial. On a squat, you're going all the way down, butt to the floor, and then you're going up about halfway or so, and then back down. And that I can imagine just being killer. So it's where your muscles are absolutely stretched. We have the biggest amount of tension, and then you're doing a partial from there. And we'll see how they feel. After the bicep exercises, that definitely were feeling sore. So trying that. I'm gonna talk to my coach too. I'm not gonna and see how he feels about maybe implementing some lengthened partials into some of the sets, or maybe do a full range of motions on my normal sets, and then maybe do an extra where it's a lengthened partial, or finishing the last set with a lengthened partial. I don't know, but it's always looking to optimize. So I did it this morning, and what am I doing right now? Well, I am gonna go get a little bit of work done, and I believe the Starbucks is open for a little bit. So I'm gonna go to Starbucks, wish people there Merry Christmas, appreciate them being open. I think they're open, and get a little work done, and then go home, and who knows what I'm gonna do. And maybe watch some football, get some more work done, stuff around the house, laundry, that kind of stuff. Tomorrow, gym opens up in the morning, and go get a butt-kicking workout tomorrow morning. And so what should we talk about with work? Well, it's the last week of the year, this week, and I'm going to be putting some goals together for various different things. What are all these people here? Putting goals together for the various different things for business and what we're doing, our mortgage side of things, our media side of things, with Disclosures Life channel. I've been thinking of some goals and start putting some of those goals. Now, I've been thinking about goals for a while, and my partners and I always talk about it, but let's kind of tune some things with where we're at this time of the year and what we want to go after. We want to go after, think goals of how many loan officers we want working for us, how many closings we want to be doing on per month, is the kind of revenue we're looking to generate, our processing team, and all that good stuff. But also from our media side of things is where we wanting our media, so like, subscribers, views, that kind of stuff. Where do we want to be getting on those kinds of metrics? And with this media Closer's Life, we don't really have an end goal with it. We just know when you create things and you get attention. When I say attention, people watching your stuff, is opportunities come. So we have some other passion projects that are near and dear to us, that we want to see how, who knows, maybe we can push it through with Closer's Life, and with that reach and different ways to benefit people. The mortgage side of thing is great, but it is limited in scope and how we're able to help people and benefit people and be a blessing to people. Where in Closer's Life, that is much more broad and has a lot more potential of breadth of reach, depth and breadth of reach into people's lives. And so that's pretty cool. And we have some ideas on how we're tinkering with it. Part of it's going to be doing the podcast, but again, we don't always know where things are going to head. It's just a matter of taking action. You're never going to get anywhere if you don't start making progress or taking steps, right? The journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. And now with us is, we don't know where that journey is going to go, but we're going to embrace the journey. And that reminds me, my business partner talks about a story, and it's not a real story, but who is going to get further along a journey? A person that just wants to get to the end of the journey, or the person that embraces the journey? It's going to be the person that embraces the journey, because if somebody's only on the end goal and they're not willing to embrace what goes on through the journey, when things get tough, the person that's only the end focus oftentimes is not going to push through. Versus a person that embraces the journey, they will push through the obstacles because they know it's part of the journey, it's part of the path. And one of my business partners, he's been retired before years and years ago. I mean, he's only 50 years old, but he was retired for several years, many years ago. And what he'll tell you is he lost his mojo during being there retired, and so he had to go back to work, and not because he needed to, because he needed to do something with himself and have something. He hit the journey, the end goal, right? But he embraces the journey. He embraces the hard stuff. He embraces the obstacles. And we've had our share of obstacles this year for sure that we've encountered, completely unexpected things. But all in all, those things have helped make us stronger. Those gives us clarity, that gives us direction, helps us avoid certain paths and head down other paths. But that comes from first taking the steps forward, and always forward. And it's okay if you might have failure throughout it. I tell my kids, fail fast, fail frequently, fail forward. And we have to do that, and it's okay if we're putting the effort in. The only kind of failure there's a lot of, I guess there are some other bad failures, but the worst failure is a result of not even taking a shot, not even chancing it, and having the regret of, I wish I could have, should have. I have a buddy years ago. He would, he just had a regular job, but he'd see all these people, all this money and such, and he would rag on them and how dumb they are, because they were clients of his, and he wasn't making hardly anything, and he'd go about, it's so dumb I could do this and that. The problem is he never did it. And then eventually, years later, he decided to take a step forward and try something new that was a risk for him, and it turned out well. And then he decided to take another risk, and that turned out well. There was obstacles and setbacks all along those things. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't like it was just linear perfect. And now he's got this other career, this business that's flourishing, also in a down market, which is fantastic. But if he never would have took that first step chance of, instead of just looking down at people, even though that they were more successful and say, I could do that, but didn't do it, he took the steps, started making it happen, and now he has a very successful company, and there is a lot of opportunity and growth for them, him and his business partner, and what they are are accomplishing. So super happy and proud of him. And him and I have known each other, geez, for decades, over 30 years, and just super happy for him. All right, now I'm at the Starbucks here, and all these people with getting their Christmas coffee and their families, and it's just, oh, poor me. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it does suck at Christmas, but without my boys. However, we made the best of it, and an awesome time, Christmas and family and such. So Christmas doesn't need to be on the 25th, right? You make the best of what you have and with the cards that you got. All right, so I'm at Starbucks. Time to bring some Christmas cheer to some people, get some work done. See ya.